Kansas City, and then on the other side, San Francisco and Detroit. Is there a common theme? Is there anything that connects those four teams that you look at and say, okay, the NFL is moving in this type of direction because these four teams are left?
Yes, and I know we get so mesmerized with the Patrick Mahomes, the Lamar Jackson, Jared Goff is having a stellar year, Brock Purdy, who I'm tired of the game manager connotation he has on his name. But if you look at these teams, I said this last week, it's so easy. It's so simple what they're doing well. Pacheco had an outstanding game. Christian McCaffrey is going to be Offensive Player of the Year. The Baltimore Ravens, they ran 150 yards. Deep. It's the run game.
It's a run game.
It's so simple. It's so boring. It's the run game. It's the offensive line. And it's the defense as well. You saw the San Francisco 49ers, Dre Greenlaw, call game with the interception. He had 2 picks. You saw what the Baltimore Ravens, like, it's just defense and it's the run game. And it's when you get into the red zone, are you putting up points? Or are you coming out with field goals? You giving me 6 or you giving me 3? What are you giving me? And so it may sound boring, it may sound cliche, but it's all about doing the little things right. But what's really, really done well is the run game and the defense.
The line of scrimmage, essentially.
Control the trenches.
So if you were in the front office for the Seahawks and you had the number 16 pick, kind of knowing what you know about their team and knowing what you know about the 4 teams that are left, are you making sure that this draft is one in which you are focusing on the line of scrimmage?
Well, when you look at how you move as an organization, you're aware. You're aware of your opponents. You're aware of what's going on. But obviously, you got to focus on us. What do we need? What are we lacking as a football team? And I truly believe that when they watch the tape, when they look at the film, look at the personnel, they got to get better in the trenches. What were we in on stopping the run?
Not good. 31st.
Yeah. How well did we run the ball?
Not particularly well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's start with looking at that before we look out elsewhere, before we look at the receivers, the DBs, the tight ends.
It's the problem I have with last year. As much as I love the Witherspoon pick and Jackson Smith and Jigba, and both guys were fantastic.
Yeah.
It hurts me that with 2 picks in the first round, both went to skill position guys that play farther away from the ball. Now, both are really good, and Witherspoon finds a way to get in and around the action quite a bit. Yeah. And maybe it's magnified a little bit because your second-round defensive end linebacker just didn't work out, at least in year 1, the way you wanted it to. But it just kind of stings that they went to skill position with those 2 picks.
And we did it. We did it. We made the move. We pulled it. Now, going in 2024, when that draft comes and Mr. Roger Goodell's get up on the podium, hey, let's see what we do. Let's see which direction we go.
If you were a first-round pick, would you hug Goodell?
Yes. I'd give a kiss on the cheek if I could. Yes.
You ever meet Goodell?
We sat down with him at the draft last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bunch of legends.
How was that?
DeMarcus Ware, Torrey Holt. It was awesome.
Torrey Holt's a good player.
Really
Torrey Holt's a really good player. What do you talk about with
We
Goodell?
talk about the league. We talk about what we see as former athletes, what we would like to see improved with the referees, with the field.
Think he listened to you?
I think he did.
Yeah.
Just feeling his connection. I voiced how I felt. It's about. I think mine was about referees maybe, and the fields, concussion. I'm really big on concussion protocol.
Yep.
I think he listens, and it's just a matter of. Obviously, that's one meeting.
Yeah.
Some guys are in his ear, like Curtis Martin. You remember Curtis Martin?
Of course.
You know Curtis Martin.
Yeah.
He's in his ear often. And so it was really cool that they had players come in to see, hey, how can we make the game better? What can we improve? And Roger Goodell listened.
I'm going to mention Curtis Martin at 9:30 today. He's going to come up because I'm talking about the Baseball Hall of Fame, and I'm going to bring up Curtis Martin in about an hour at 9:30 after you're gone. All right, KJ.